Hey everybody, I'm back. Just a quick session jumping on to finish out the free readings that I did not complete in this evening's session. Seven individuals. So I wanted to finish those up after my praying mantis session, which we just finished. And there's no chat because I'm not taking any new readings for this session. It's just to finish up the ones that I didn't get to. I will be back tomorrow morning and Sunday morning at 11 a.m. Mountain Time, and tomorrow night at 6 p.m. Mountain Time if you want to jump and join me then. After I finish, I'll post a quick note, a comment listing the order in which these were completed so you can find your reading faster. So here, let's jump in. All right. So Pramia, you were up first or next. And so you wanted to know, why did Dave leave you? Is he with someone else? All right, let's take a look here and see what Spirit wants you to know here about the situation here. So why did he leave? What do you want me to know? All right, those two. All right, let's see here. You've got here the judgment card here, which is about balance and trying to see things from a different perspective. And we got both the 11 and the 12 of the major arcana, which is the hanged man is transformation, seeing things from a different perspective. And then we also have the Four of Wands, which is the marriage. It's a marriage card. And what, from their standpoint, what happened here, they're trying to get clarity about what they want, where they find their joy, what they feel marriage would bring them. And when we're looking for our worth, looking for our happiness out here, we're going to be disappointed time after time after time. They're bringing in an example of my mom. My parents divorced when I was like 17, I think 17 or 18 years old, around there, when I was a teenager. And for years, my mom had taken on the belief that she didn't make him happy. And my dad they both got remarried, and my mom and they both got divorced. They actually dated for a period of time again for a little while, but then my mom chose not to be with him because she saw the same things that she thought she saw before when they were together, right? So, and then he got married again and divorced, and then other relationships, and then he's got married just recently to a beautiful, wonderful, big-hearted individual. But my mom, even up to like a decade ago, and so like into her 60s, and into her 60s, she was living with this inside of her that she didn't make him happy. And when we talked about it, it was one day, and I was like, "Mom, do you realize?" I go, "If you were the problem, then if the happiness of not making him happy, then number two would have made him happy, or number three, or number four, or everyone in between, right?" And she's like, "Wait," and I'm like, "Yeah." So he was unhappy on the inside, and so he was looking for his happiness on the outside, which is what this individual Dave is also. And he's going through this realization of, well, this doesn't make me happy, maybe this person will, well, maybe this person will, this person will. Eventually we get this, wait a minute, there's a common denominator. It's me. My dad did. He transformed later in life. He realized, oh, I was looking for my happiness out here, but he found it in here. And he met someone who was also very loving, and so they have that now. But I don't feel like Dave is at that place yet. And I feel like what he left for is to try to find his joy, because he thinks he has this idea of what, well, if you weren't fulfilling this happiness on the inside, which, by the way, you can't, so no fault of yours, because none of us can find our happiness out here. We have to find it inward and upward, right? And so that's why he left, because he's on this, I got to find my happiness. I got to find my joy. And I don't feel he's like with someone else yet. I just feel like they're like, well, this isn't making me happy, something else has got to make me happy. No, good luck. But you can learn from this and realize, oh yeah, if I'm looking for Dave for my happiness, they can't make me happy either. I got to find that in here. And so it's beautiful awareness that comes in with that. So hopefully that resonates there for you, Premia. And just know that when people are moved out of our lives, they are moved out of our lives for us to one for our reflection on and understand ourselves through it, but also it allows us to create the space for who is meant to be in our life if we're meant to have someone in our lives and to clear the pathway to move forward too. Okay. So many blessings to you. Hang in there. I know it's a fun experience. Went through it many times myself. So my heart goes out to you. But hang in there. It does like when you find that inner love, you're like, there I am. I've been looking for you, the love of my life. All right. So many blessings. And then Country Mouse, thank you for your patience, Country Mouse. And many blessings to you. You want to know what would Spirit like you to know? Let's take a look here. What does Spirit want you to know right now? What does Spirit want you to know right now? All right. I suppose those are your cards as they come flying out. All right. Yeah, so you've got a little combo here. This is about a love that's you have new love. You definitely have love in the cards, literally. Six is the lover's card, and the Empress is the number three. Two major arcana: new birth, sensuality. Um, so this whole beautiful unfolding of a relationship that feels fresh and new and beautiful and unfolding. And these cards came in here for you. So you have this leaving behind the old ways of the expectations with the Three of Swords. You have the Daughter of Swords. So these two together represent the thinking piece here of, she has the Ace of Swords here, which helps her cut away any old thoughts and beliefs and mindsets around relationship and love that have made you feel restricted and small and trapped and powerless and just that would suck the life out of a relationship. Those expectations, it's these beliefs rooted in fear of not being good enough, of losing conditional love, fear of failure, all those supposed tos and shoulds and need tos that we had growing up, right? And you do have this new opportunity that opens up here for this love, but it takes the Eight of Cups first. And the Eight of Cups, so you're leaving behind emotions that don't serve you here, and you're leaving behind thoughts that don't serve you either. And as you do that, this is, you know, like the cleaning, I almost said the cleaning, let's say the reclaiming of emotional energy. And that's the Eight of Cups. And so as we get rid of these thoughts and these beliefs, they're tied to these emotions that are below the surface that usually created when we're 7 years old and younger. There are these charged emotions below in our subconscious, and it's about bringing those up and transforming those into higher knowledge and higher wisdom by questioning them and going, okay, this fear that I had, this anger, this what I wanted to express but couldn't when I was younger, I can become the adult parent, the perfect parent to my inner child now, allow myself to express it, and then they hand it over to us and release it. And all that energy that was being used to maintain it, keep it below the surface, that comes back to us. And then the Eight of Cups is also about relationships in the outside world, which we've been investing a lot of energy into relationships that serve their purpose for us to experience what we wanted to experience. But you're being called into this time of really evaluate your relationships, friendships. It can be family, friends, ex-lovers, lovers, um, workmates, whoever, where we've been investing this emotional energy into the relationships, but they don't give a whole lot back. We give 80, 90, percent all the time, even 70% all the time. And we're like, you know what? I'm giving more into this relationship. And, they fluctuate, they go back and forth, right? That's healthy. Sometimes we only can give 30% and they give 70. But if we're always giving 70, 80, 90, and hardly ever are they giving more than 10, 20, 30%, then they can be on the cutting block, or you can back off and only give 50 and see if it drifts away. Either way, you're getting all this energy back, this emotional energy, and that helps prepare you to give to into this relationship that's coming in. And it's beautiful because it, it's like the preparation. It's like getting a nursery ready for a baby, or you know, getting rid of old furniture to make room for the new or something. But it's about gathering enough so you have this emotional energy to be able to invest into a relationship, because otherwise you don't have a whole lot to give, and your heart knows, I don't have enough. I don't have enough juice for that. I'm at 3%. I need to get back to 100%. So I like this for you, Country Mouse. And that's what's coming in right now for you. So many blessings. And then Bellini Martini, hello, hello. Your question is, how does Paxton truly feel about you? So let's see based on their current energies, because people's feelings fickle and fluctuating all the time, right? Depending on what's going on with them and what's going on in their world. So on one side, they've got this the high priestess, which is about, they have this desire to be alone and to be away, to be communing. And I feel like they're just a very big introvert. But they've got the Ace of Cups, which, shows that there is emotion full and overflowing for you there. So they do see it here, but there's a lot of hidden and unknown with the high priestess that's below the surface. A lot of, I just feel like when you're talking about feelings, they haven't filled up yet their own self-love and not overflowing yet. This is a beautiful picture. It's like it's their vision board. This is what I want, but they don't have it yet. That's why they're, in this search trying to understand why they feel so emotionally empty. But no, someone can't give you love that they don't have for themselves, right? And we can't give more love than we have for ourselves, nor receive more love from others than we have for ourselves, because my love pipeline, my self-love is like that. No matter how much love flooding out, drip drip, no matter how much love they want to give back, drip drip, right? So there is this awareness that though they have the true feelings for you, but they only can express this much because that's how much they have love for themselves right now. And you can only accept as much love as you have for your self-love. So while you're waiting for them, because you can't do anything with what's going on over on their side, you can only sweep in front of your own door and go inward and upward and expand your self-love, expand your self-worth. Then that opens this pipeline between you and your higher self. You flood and overflow. That also opens up this pipeline for you to give and receive love. Now, it doesn't matter if you flood them with love. If their self-love is like this, they're only going to get drip drip and only get drip drip out there too, right? So you only have responsibility for your own self-love, and you expand that by questioning your thoughts and beliefs and mindsets that have made you feel small and restricted and powerless, right? And the emotions that don't serve anymore. And you clear yourself out of all this to raise your love vibration and your self-love and your self-worth. So they have feelings for you, but they can only express a small amount, right? So what you gonna do, at least you know the situation, right? All you can do is focus in on you. All right, so many blessings to you. And then Rocio, thank you so much for your patience. So your question is, will you be with the person on your mind? All right, let's take a look here. What does spirit want you to know about this person on your mind, on your mind? Are you out of your mind? I'm just kidding. You got two major arcana coming in here. You have the Justice card, which is the balancing out of things here, and you have the Chariot card, which is victory, but it's power of choice too. And with the scales being the power of choice in a way too, the weighing out of things. It's not fated that you guys be in a relationship together. This is an optional relationship. The power of choice coming in is all about I get to choose the story, my emotions, my energy, my actions, and the Justice card with the balancing scales and that Ace of Swords that they have is about learning and growth and trying to see uh, your power from a different place, right? Because every moment is a choice between unconditional love or the fear of losing conditional love, fear of failure, fear of rejection, it's fear. And there's this balancing, this ability to look at why, what are my thoughts around relationship and why do I feel I need that? Anything that sounds like supposed to, should, need to, have to, must, oughta, those things are expectations of fear. I have to do these things to be lovable, and these are the things we've been taught to define our worth and our self-love by, but they're lies, all lies. As we connect to the higher truths, that's what connects things, and this shows you so much about your power of choice that comes in, with the combination of these 2 cards, especially here. So it's like you could be in a relationship, you could not be in a relationship, but it's all about the purpose that comes in here is um, finding the clarity of what you're expecting. What story are you applying to a situation? And is that what you want to apply to it? Is it true? What emotion am I choosing to feel? And do I want to choose that? What energy am I putting forward? What am I attracting? What physical actions am I taking? These are the things that impact your life and your ability. But, all you can do on your side, you can't choose for them. Um, and whatever, like, there's a huge reflection going on here for you with this interaction. And it's what are you thinking that they will give you? What are you thinking that will complete you there? And why do we think that, right? What do we think is available in the future with them that I can't have for myself right now? So these are some questions that spirit would have you know and ask yourself right now because they're transformative for you. So I know that wasn't exactly what you wanted, probably like a yes or no, but it's a possibility, but it all has to do with your journey that you're on. So hopefully that helps, Rocio. Was that worth the wait? No. You're like, no, bye. I'm just kidding. All right. So many blessings to you. Hang in there. All right. And God's daughter. Hopefully you found your other reading. We did go into answer a lot of those other questions. And so now you want to know why is Jacinda, why does she still want to be your friend if you treated her badly? Let's take a look here. What's going on with Jacinda and why does she have this unhealthy outlook in life? Let's take a look. Why do you like the abuse? Mm, you know, we've got the 5 of swords here is inner conflict between her head and her heart. And, you think you treated her badly, but she treats herself so much more badly inside of her own self, right? That's the 5 of swords. This is her battling herself and there's even a body in the water. The 3 of wands here, though, the 3 of staves is about a change of direction. I feel like they will change direction, and they'll not, pursue friendship here soon. But she is dealing with this inner conflict. She treats, like I said, she treats herself so much more badly than you ever treated her, and so the self-talk that she has is so bad, her judgments of herself, um, all those silent thoughts that whispers in her ear, it's so bad, it's like so mean and so judgmental and so unkind. And so even though if you feel you treated her badly, it's still in comparison, you treated her nice, and that's why it's there. But I feel like she's going to be taking some steps because this 3 of wands is about with new information, they change direction. So I feel like um, They will, if you continue to treat them that way, they will eventually leave. But something to think about, you know, she could use some compassion, she could use some love, you know, and being God's daughter, boom, you know, you're a heart full of God's love, right? But, you know, there is a possibility that maybe she needs some compassion and some love. Doesn't mean you have to be a doormat, doesn't mean you have to give money, doesn't mean you have to do that. But love we can give freely, right? Even from a distance, we can send love without even talking to them, can send love to them. And we do right now. All right. So hopefully that helps, God's daughter. Many blessings to you. And then we have Yi Muniz. I don't know if the other is silent. So sorry if I mispronounced that. And so we want a reading on you and your boyfriend of 6 years. He's an Aries and you're a Sagittarius. Oh my gosh, all this fire energy. Do you feel like you're raising a child? Let's take a look here. So what do I want you to know? All right. Yep, you know, there's I feel like you guys are at a point where things can't stay the way they are. Um, let me see if I can do this. Well, let's just do it this way. So you've got in the middle, you've got the two of staves, the two of wands, which is about choice and energy coming in here. And the two choices you have are either things have to, the Son of Cups here, the Knight of Cups, there has to be a change in emotion. There has to be a higher love. There has to be movement of this love. Like things can't stay the way they are. It's like things have to change, right? The Eight of Cups is about leaving behind what no longer serves you and moving forward in a new direction. So I feel like the energy that comes in here is like you're getting to this point energetically that, you know, it's stagnant. Things need to move. Uh, heart, you know, the emotions need to rise. The emotions need to elevate. Things need to move. And if they don't, then it's time. You know, it's like, okay, 6 years. So where are we going? What do you want to do? How do you feel about the relationship? What do you want it to, where do you want it to go? I feel like it's an important conversation to have. And it's okay. It's okay. You have a power of choice in this situation. You can move on to something else, leaving behind those emotions that don't serve and head off into something that feels more like wish fulfillment emotionally, or, you know, stick with it and uh, have action and regarding love and movement up. Of course, you can't do it all. You can be part of initiating it, going, you know what, I want our love to grow bigger and higher and expand more. Where do you want to go with our love? And if they're like, I'm fine, and you're like, I'm not. They're like, well, that's all I have to offer. You're like, okay, well, it's been good. You'll always have a place in my heart from a distance. So it's up to you. I feel like there's this pivotal point here coming up in your life, but I don't feel like things can stay where they're at anymore. They either have to go up or out. Right? And that's what they have coming in here for you. So many blessings to you. And then my last reading here is for Rose Anna. Hey. So a general reading, absolutely. Let's take a look here and see. What does Spirit want you to know right now for Rose Anna? Okay. All right, look at you. So you got the Empress, which is all about, I mean, she rolls over all the queens, and she's got a lot of passion, a lot of emotion, a lot of birthing, a lot of nurturing. And the Malika of Staves is the Queen of Wands, and she also, you know, she's part of the Empress energy because the Empress has the Queen of Wands, the Queen of Cups, the Queen of Swords. the Queen of Pentacles. She has all of them together. She rolls over all the queens, and so you've got like five queens represented here. A lot of fire, but a lot of emotion coming in here for you. And this queen, you can see here, she has a cat next to her, kitty cat. That represents connection to spirit. All the queens are given portion of water, plus they roll over their own suit. So that's why you've got 4, 5, 6 cups. You have 6 portions of water. You've got 2 portions of fire, and then 1 of air, 1 of what am I missing? Oh, 1 of earth. So a lot of emotion, a little bit mixture of passion, and a little bit of air, a little bit of earth. That's all mixed into what's happening in your life here. But there is this energy of action and passion and creativity and birthing and nurturing yourself and being true to yourself and expressing yourself and taking action on your behalf. That Queen of Wands, she really focus that Ace of Wands and get things done, move in a direction. But I feel this is all about you and nurturing you and your dreams. And it's time for you to fill up and not put your life on hold for anyone else. And what is your passion? Do your passion, live your passion, move forward. If you're looking for love, you're not going to find it waiting. It's living your life where you find them. And so, you live your passion, whether it's pottery, painting, hiking, swimming, traveling, whatever it is. You're like, I'm not waiting around for someone to come to me. I'm going to go live my life. I'm going to live it big and live it for me and live the way I want to, expressing my passion. And then someone's doing the same, and you have the same passion. You guys meet each other, like doing pottery, and you're like, hey, and they're like, hey, and you're full of clay, and they're full of clay, and you're laughing, and you're sharing stories, and then you go get coffee, and then sparks fly, and then you go have to dinner, and before you know it, you're in this relationship with an amazing person that shares the same passions as you do. And I just feel like there's this great time of your life to live your true passions, but it's about you and putting you as number one. And that's okay. It's a time in our life where we fill up. That's the greatest gift we can give the world, a healthy, full, overflowing us. And I like that for you. So that's their message for you right now, Rose, Anna. Some many blessings to you. In a moment here, I'll post a comment giving the the order in which the readings were completed. And I'll be back tomorrow. So for everyone else, if you're looking for messages before then, I'll be back tomorrow morning and Saturday morning at 11 a.m. Mountain Time, tomorrow night at 6 p.m. Mountain Time. But if you go to my main page, I just have new equinox readings that came out for each individual zodiac sign. We got Aries pick a card. I've got 2024 energy forecasts and a bunch of other pick a cards. So if you're wanting some messages before then, follow your heart. Spirit will guide you to the reading that has a message for you. All right. So remember, everybody, as you're going throughout each and every second of every day of your life, that you are unconditionally loved by the Mother and the Father of all things, our Creator. And of course, I love you too. So until I see you again, enjoy the rest of your day or night, wherever you may be in the world. Until I see you again, much love. You hang in there. You take care of yourself, or else I'll find you. I'm just kidding. Much love. We'll see you.